What's up everyone, welcome back to another video with the Millennial Finance. At the end of August this year, Rakuten announced that users can now store and trade in US dollars. This new feature means that as a Rakuten user, we can choose between trading in Malaysian Ringgit or USD when trading US stocks. But what is the point of this, and should we be converting our Malaysian Ringgit to USD on the Rakuten platform? Let's find out. Cha-ching! Before we start, if you want to invest in any Malaysian or a US stock, then sign up for Rakuten. They're a great platform and a great option for Malaysians. We have the link down in the description below. Anyway, to start this video, I thought I'd show you guys how to use this feature to convert Malaysian Ringgit to USD and vice versa. It's pretty simple, thankfully, and only requires a few steps. I'm showing this example on the web version because I only use the web version of Rakuten and I don't use the app. Once you're logged in, all you have to do is click on My Account and you'll find a tab called Currency Exchange. Once you're on the page, it's quite intuitive. You'll see the option to convert Malaysian Ringgit to USD and vice versa. The Rakuten team did tell us that their exchange rates are extremely competitive, but of course, we are not just going to take that at face value. As of the time that I'm recording this video, the indicative rate from Rakuten currently sits at 5.5605 ringgit for every $1. This is exactly what we will pay because Rakuten doesn't charge any other fees for converting your currency. Looking at the Google rate, which is definitely the universal source of truth, 1 USD should equal to 4.54, which means Rakuten's rate is not so far off. Of course, it's not comparable to fintech platforms like BigPay and Wise, but then again, those platforms are built solely for currency exchange. If you compare it to traditional finance institutions like CIMB, they currently have a rate of 4.6297, so it's pretty obvious that Rakuten is far better to convert your currency. Again, this is not for you to convert and then go on holiday or something like that because you cannot withdraw in USD, you still have to deposit and withdraw in Malaysian Ringgit. So now that we know how to use this feature, why would we want to use it? Things work perfectly fine if you want to buy US stocks with Malaysian Ringgit, and it's even a bit more seamless because we don't have to go through this one extra step. The thing is, even though we're using Malaysian Ringgit to buy US stocks, we need to know that for every trade that we make, Rakuten is actually converting our Malaysian Ringgit to US dollars before buying the stock. And when we eventually want to sell that stock, they will sell it in US dollars and then convert it to Malaysian Ringgit, and that's what we will see on our accounts. Now this is the important part. We may not realize this, but every time we convert currencies, or if we want to buy stocks or anything else in the financial markets, we are technically paying a spread to the market makers. To illustrate this, let's say a stock has a bid of $2.45 and an ask of $2.50. This means that buyers are willing to buy the stock for $2.45, but sellers only want to sell the stock if someone pays $2.50. If we were to buy it now and immediately sell it off, we'd technically be paying $0.05 or 5 cents to market makers, and that would sort of be our loss. This works the same way when we're converting currency from Malaysian Ringgit to USD and vice versa on every single trade that we make on the Rakuten platform. Similarly, if you go to any money changer, let's say you're going on a holiday overseas soon, you'll see that they have a rate of we buy and we sell. The difference between those two rates are the spread, and it's the same thing that we see with Rakuten. So if you're frequently converting a currency from Malaysian Ringgit to USD and back, the fees can kind of stack up. For example, let's look at the Rakuten platform itself now. Like I said earlier, if we wanted to convert Malaysian Ringgit to USD, we would be paying 4.56. But if we wanted to convert USD back to Malaysian Ringgit, we will only get back 4.52 for every USD that we sell, meaning that Rakuten at this current moment has a spread of around 3.5 cents. So if we know that we are going to frequently buy US stocks on the Rakuten platform and need the USD, it's better to just convert it one shot and not do it in every single transaction. This way, we only pay the spread once when we initially convert from Malaysian Ringgit to USD, and one more time when we eventually want to cash out from USD back to Malaysian Ringgit. Once you convert it to USD, when you buy and sell US stocks, there is no currency exchange happening anymore. You can do it as many times as you want and you won't have to pay the spread. So having said that, this seems like a no-brainer that everyone should be doing. However, I do have some recommendations on who should be converting their currency to USD on the Rakuten platform. Firstly, this probably doesn't have to be said, but you should only do it if you're planning to buy US stocks. If you're planning to just trade, stocks on the Bursa or Malaysian companies, then you technically don't even need that USD. Secondly, which is probably the more important one, is that if you are an active trader of US stocks, then you should definitely use this feature to convert your Malaysian ringgit to US dollars. Since you're making so many trades, maybe on a daily or on a weekly basis, that it makes sense to save on the spread by converting all your money to USD. If you're more of a buy and hold long-term kind of guy, then technically you could just stick to using Malaysian ringgit. Still, I honestly don't see any harm of converting your cash on Rakuten, even if you plan to be a buy and hold long-term kind of guy. If you're unsure though, and you're not sure whether you want to buy US stocks or Malaysian stocks, then just don't convert too much, because at the end of the day, what we don't want to do is be converting currencies too often, because then you'll pay a lot in spread. So personally, I'm glad that Rakuten introduced this new feature. Hopefully, this is the first of many new launches that will come from the team over at Rakuten. Maybe they'll introduce things like fractional shares or open up more markets for us investors. I've also converted Malaysian ringgit to USD on the platform itself for my own account, because I'm pretty certain that I'll be buying US stocks in the near future. Also, the US dollar has risen by a huge amount in recent times compared to other currencies, so that's kind of saving my portfolio to an extent. I'm only down 80% on my crypto, but thankfully I'm up 10% on my currency. I do think that the USD has kind of topped a bit and will drop in the near future as soon as the US government gets a hold on inflation and they stop raising interest rates. Just to make it clear though, I don't convert currencies hoping to make a gain from it. I only try to make gains from buying stuff like stocks, ETFs, and crypto. So yeah, whatever is most convenient for me, I will do it for currency. Also, I have to admit that I don't have much of a clue about what impacts a currency's price, so I'm just going to stay in my lane and focus on what I know. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned a lot from it. Give us a huge thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. If you want to sign up for Rakuten, then don't forget to use our link down below. See you guys in the next one.